Good morning. So today I woke up and it's misty rain. Looked at the weather forecast and it's supposed to do this for the next week. Guess how long I'm here? If you guessed a week, you're right. So if I'm just to wait till the rain to pass to get out and do some hiking, then well, I'm not doing any. So I figured I would try to go do Stanage Edge. I don't know how much you'll see. The whole point of going up there is you get this really cool view. I might get a view of misty rain, but you know what? I'm gonna try it anyway. Like, you know, what else am I gonna do for the next week? So I have all my rain gear. My backpack has its little cover, so I should be okay. It's not raining hard. Like I said, it's that misty rain. So yeah, after a few hours I'm gonna be soaked, but it's not right now terrible. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully nothing is too wet, muddy, or like otherwise compromised. But fingers crossed. Well, somewhere up there is where I'm going. You definitely can't see it right now, but that's the rainforest. It's very clear which direction I should go. Little bridge, and then that sign, which shockingly does not fill me with calmness. But hey, look, another little thing telling me I should go on this path. Well, that's my view so far. I can't quite tell if these are like buildings or if they're just part of the fence, but apparently it's a viewpoint on this walk. Cool, cool. Check out these mushrooms, just for a comparison point. That's my hand. That's the mushroom. That's absurd. Must be real wet here a lot of the time. Friends, and this is why we download our own maps, because that's the trail marker. Tell me how I was supposed to see that. Also, this is the trail. So yeah. So remember what I was saying earlier about mist rain? Well, it's decided to rain. Hopefully that stops soon. In other news, very much in the nature. Lots of grazing stock signs, so hopefully I don't actually run into any of that, but probably will. There's cow poop everywhere. So that way looks a little brighter. That noise, I think, was the train. There's some sort of ruin over there. Looks almost like a little tower. Anyway, this is my view. And I'm going that direction, I think. Which looks to be the clearest direction, so fingers crossed. So I clearly picked a path that is not super used. That's fun for me. I don't want to go all the way back down, so I think I'm going to be doing some pathfinding. Look, wild blueberries. Will not be eating any, just in case those actually aren't blueberries and, you know, death. But, so that's the, I'm gonna use air quotes, path. My bottom half is completely soaked, even into my shoes because the water has run down my leg. My leggings are so sopping. So that's fun for me. Only place to go is up, I guess. Well, at least if I have to traverse through that. The rain stopped briefly. I can see a little bit, which is kind of neat. I think I'm actually almost to the top, which is good. I do still have to go through that, which is not good. My shoes have collected so much water, there's literal puddles in them. So, love that story for me. Once I get through here, I think I'm gonna take off my shoes and like drain them and change my socks, but don't know what that's gonna be. I made it through the fern jungle. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was treacherous. I don't need to ever do that again, ever. Okay. Do you hear that squelching? That's my shoes. Let's see what happens next. This is how much water. Look at it coming out. Also, this tells me these shoes are no longer waterproof. I mean, I've had them since like 2020, so they've had their life. Okay, update. So I squeezed everything out, but because I have these cushioning insoles, they just absorbed the water. So I'm just going to be squelching for the rest of this hike, which is super fun for me. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't know if this stuff is going to be dry by then because yeah, it's going to be really special. So I didn't change my socks because there would be no purpose. Literally, as soon as I'd step, put my foot back in the shoes, they'd be wet again. So we'll see. Fingers crossed about the blisters situation. On the plus side, look at this view. And I think that is Stanage Edge. So I'm gonna keep walking. Fingers crossed these clouds and this rain hold up at least until I get to the top. It'll be amazing. This is a cattle grate so that like cattle can't cross, but the cars can. It's always super interesting to cross them as a pedestrian. So these type of views, that's why I came to the Peak District. So I'm pretty excited right now. Hopefully you can still see this when I get to the top. Look, Oreo cows. I'm sure they have like an actual breed name, but I call them Oreo cows because I think they look like Oreos because they have these white bellies and their heads and tails are both black. Well, I made it to the point that everyone else is just casually driving to. So next becomes the effort of climbing up the actual edge. I made it, squelchy shoes and all. So I decided to take a little detour to this white moss, might pass moss or something. I think it's that little tower. To get there, I'm walking along. It says that this part of the country is a lot of what they call it gritstone. And you can kind of see it's like really gritty, chunky pieces of like sand almost. That's what makes it up. It kind of reminds me of limestone, just grittier. So hence the name probably. So I'm gonna go hike up to that little pillory thing, see what the view looks like there. So I'm at White Path Moss is what I think it's called. I don't know why, it's just a series of words. In England / the UK, they like to put like these obelisk things at the top of high points. So apparently this is a high point in this area. Not mad about the view at all. And I wasn't very far away. This isn't a very big detour, so I don't know if you can see, maybe you can see it. There's a red tent down there in the moorland. And that's where I came up. There's some people camping there. I don't think you're allowed to camp there, but oh, whatever. So I think I'm gonna walk along this Stanage Edge here, take some more pictures. And then I think that's kind of like the high point of the hike, and then you just kind of make your way back down to Hathersage. So that's the plan. My feet are pretty squishy, so that's probably a good plan for me to not have this be an all-day adventure. It's only, what time is it? 10? And I've been going for a little under 2 hours. So by the time I get back down, probably be an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if I'm slow. So the clouds are rolling in. Let's hope the rain is not also rolling in. That would be great. Also, check out this pretty moorland. Stupid little bug. Me trying to avoid the livestock. My path. It doesn't look that high, but when you look at the little teeny tiny people, it's very high. Oh, I'm for this way. Oh, hey look, it's another like placard map thing that would have been awesome at the beginning of my walk. Look at that little archway. Clearly that used to be some building that is no longer there. And all of the stone fields, or the stone walled fields, kind of reminds me of parts of Ireland, only there'd be much fewer trees. Apparently that building used to be something called Holy Trinity Chapel. And you can walk there, except this farmer's like cutting the grass on his field. And to walk there on the little path as it shows, I'd have to like literally walk through this field that he's cutting the grass on. So I'm gonna not do that, but at least we know what it is. Oh look, I get to do another stepping stone stream crossing. So apparently this is the ruin of something called Green's Paper Mill Dam. You see how treacherous that path is. That's one I'm supposed to go on, but they meet up. Totally respectable. So here's the dam. I guess this is the reservoir. Kind of see how they stack stones over there. I don't know where they were holding the water. Maybe they were just making a pool. Unknown. This stream crossing, if you can call it that, is adorable. See, this is what like the government gives you, these public footpath signs. They can be a little vague, but then the locals do this. That's actually helpful. I know they want walkers to not like walk on their land and stuff, but it's actually really useful. Also, look at that path. Clearly people are still walking on their land, so sorry person. I, however, am taking the path marked footpath. So there's that. And this is apparently Green's house as of Green's Paper Mill Dam down the bit. Well, this is a different type of cattle grate than I've ever seen. They're usually flat. Let's see how walking across that goes. Good thing I didn't need to use this pedestrian walkway because you see all those? Stinging nettle. Yeah, that'd be a big fat no for me. No thank you. Oh look, now I'm in a pasture with cows. How exciting. That's where I got my ice cream yesterday. So I'm pretty sure those buildings right there are the farm that I was at yesterday where I got my ice cream. So I think I know where I am. That's fun. Well, I made it back. It's about, I don't know, a little before 1. My feet held up even though they were in like literally soggy, squishy shoes for, I don't know, maybe 90% of that hike. I don't think the path that All Trails gave me was necessarily the best path. I would give different advice, and I will probably leave a review to let other people know what that advice would be. So I'm gonna have the lunch I packed that I never ate because there was really nowhere to sit and like be, unless you were up at the very top, and I was up there at like 9:30, 10, so was not hungry for lunch then. And then I'm gonna see what the rest of my afternoon brings. I think I might just have a chill one. I'm tired, my feet are tired. I might walk into the little town area. I've resisted getting like actual rain pants, but I think I might need to, or at least some sort of gaiter or something. So, because what's happening is my leggings get soaked and then the water drips down my leg into my shoe. So yeah, we'll have to look into that. Okay, I went to look at the 3 outdoor shops in this teeny tiny town. None of them had like cheap, packable like rain pants is what I was looking for. So I'll just have to take a look at other places and see what's what. But in the meantime, got ice cream. It's a new kind. It's Bradwell's or something. It's pretty good. I mean, the coloring is very artificial, but it tastes not super artificial, so that's good. I think the one I had yesterday was better, but I don't know if I'm being influenced by that like being on the farm experience, but this is still really, really good. So good job, Bradwell's.